Okay, so now we're at the last section of the project, section 5, and this is the post-secondary application list report. So rather than have you build a table, I've created this to be a report, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what it needs to look like. So to successfully begin your seminar class, you need to create a list of schools that are a good fit for you as a student, or institutions, I should say, not just schools. So if you're college bound, if you know that you're pursuing like a 2-year or 4-year college, you should provide a list of 6 schools with supporting rationale. If you're looking at the technical or trade school route, you should provide a list of at least 4 schools with supporting rationale. The rationale is your reasoning why these schools make sense for you. If you're going for the workforce, if you're a workforce bound student, you should list 5 jobs that are a good match for you with supporting rationale. And that could be things like, working at UPS because they have growth opportunities, or working at the airport because they give good salary increases over time, or working for Chick-fil-A because they have, great customer service, and they, help students pay for post-secondary education if they decide to, get additional training. So whatever it would be, but you're going to, whatever those jobs might be that you think would be a good match for you. And then if you're military bound, you must list all the military branches and a list of pros and cons for each. I'm going to try my best to walk you through this. There's no perfect way to get it done, but I'm going to show you a model of what that needs to look like first. So for example, if you're a college bound student and you select Penn State, here's a little blurb that I have here. Penn State is first on my list. I believe I'm a good match academically for Penn State because their average GPA and ACT score for incoming freshmen is a 3.6 and a 23, and I currently have a 3.9 and a 26. So you gave rationale for why you think Penn State is a good fit. Penn State also has my major, which is Human Development and Family Studies. This major is a decent match for my career goal, which is to work with adjudicated youth. Simple, clean, and clear rationale for why you want to pursue that major at that school. This school also has a large campus feel that I'm looking for, and plenty of clubs and activities for me to get involved with. So some of your personal preferences. And that's it. That would be the school listed and the rationale behind why that school is on your list. So what does this look like played out? First, let me go to the project overview. Right, it has the exact same information there. So that's listed there for you as well. The instructions are also listed here in the classwork section of Google Classroom, okay? Where you can click on the app, the actual document, and start drafting up your report following the example. So if you're looking for colleges, I always like to cite Big Future, but you don't have to use it. If you use this site, you go to find colleges, you can go to College Search, and you can build your list of schools. Sorry, I'm waiting for it to load here. Build your list of schools using the filters on the left. Or you can also just, if you want to just type in a school, you can use the search option to type in a school directly. Okay. The next step would be, minimize my screen here a little bit so I can get to all my tabs. If you're looking at technical or trade schools, you could type in technical and trade schools in Pennsylvania. I found this site, which is niche.com. It popped up during a Google search. I searched for trade schools in Pennsylvania, and it gives you a complete list of some of the trade schools and their offerings. These aren't all close to home, so you have to look at the locations to figure out where they're at, but it gives you their overall rating, and you can click on it to get more information about each school. So for example, Thaddeus Stevens is a top school. I'm not sure if it has a lot of the cosmetology schools on this site. I didn't see any at a glance. You can also search for cosmetology schools or trade schools in Philadelphia to become a CNA. Like whatever your pursuit is, whether it's graphic design, whatever that might be, you can just do a Google search for that. It just so happens that there is a site like College Board Big Future for the colleges. It's a little bit more of a workaround for the technical and trade schools. The next would be if you're looking for, if you're looking for If you're looking for jobs, you can go to Indeed.com and which is a job search site, and you can search for different positions. Like if you wanted to just put in here customer service and see the types of places that you could potentially be employed at. You could look up and you see this is Amazon's on here, a bunch of different companies and their pay. So you could find different companies and or positions that you could add to your list and give the rationale behind why that's a good fit for you. Actually, if you click on the actual position and get the company information, you can read through the job description. And this is where you're going to really be able to get information to see if things are a good fit for you. Okay. Basic qualifications for this job, 18 or older, and have a high school diploma or equivalent. So, and this job is reporting that it's paying, up to $16 an hour. So there's different ways in which, sorry for all of the mess on the screen, different ways in which you can search for the job. So I think I covered all of the areas. Big future for the colleges. You can use niche.org for the trade schools. You can also just do general Google searches. For workforce, you can use a site like Indeed.com. For the military-bound student, my apologies. Military.com is a good resource. I believe you can, I'm trying to figure out if you can search the branches through this website. I know that if I type into Google military branches, it'll come up. But they have a lot of information here. Pay charts. It's a good website. I'm trying to figure out how I get to the branches though. So let's see. Okay. Military life. A lot of good information up here. I can't seem to find the branches listed out. You can also, like I said, we can do U.S. military branches. Yep. So it takes me back to military.com. I don't know why I couldn't find that on the page. I think it was under, it says join armed forces. Maybe that's where I missed it. If I go into military life, maybe it was under join the military. Yep, it is under join the military. All right, so this is the military overview, gives you all of the branches. And then I'm pretty sure you can click through the site to get additional information about each branch. Looking at the pay scales, a lot of information on this site. So use that to the best of your ability, okay? And that pretty much wraps it up. I think I covered all of the different sections. You know what the example looks like. So as you build your list, how many sections you'll have is based off of what your intended post-secondary goal is. And that would be the last part. So you can email me if you have any additional questions. I believe there's a way for you to message me directly through Google Classroom as well. So right now, yep, if you click on me from the teachers page, you should be able to email me directly from there. And good luck, get it done early, and I will be able to advocate for you to receive credit from my class moving forward.